Hi Sebastian, sorry to take so long to get back to you with this marked assignment. I've been away for a couple of days visiting my mom. It's not always easy to get on a computer when I'm away. I just thought I would make you a quick video and go over these questions with you so we have a better understanding of them as we're going along. I see that the formatting got a little messed up here. I think it's just my iPad trying to read a docx file. But I can kind of piece together your solutions, and so you've done a great job here. The really important thing, obviously, is the side, 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 and the angle, angle similarity, and you've got that here. And where's the angle, angle? There we go. And the other one was side, side, side as well. And so it's good that you're doing exactly the correct form for those, and everything looks good. For question 2 also, you've set that one up perfectly, and I think that we have a little bit of formatting in terms of the iPad again, but I can definitely see what you're doing there. And you've done a great job. A lot of people get this ratio mixed up, and they put the 11x minus 4 over 50 because they don't read the similar triangle statement correctly. But you did, and you did a great job, and x is definitely 8, and I really like that you're doing your concluding sentence. One of the things that I really recommend to students as they're going forward into higher level, like senior grade 11 and 12 math, is that you make it really easy for whoever's marking it to find your answers, and that's going to actually end up improving your overall average by as much as about 10% on tests and exams and things like that. So I'm a big fan of circles and squares, as you probably figured out already. I like to circle my answers. I like that you've got the therefore x is 8 statement. You can also use dot, dot, dot. That's a triangle. That means therefore. The reverse of that is dot, 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 like an upside down triangle. And that means since. And this one, of course, means therefore. And it's a nice little shortcut because mathematicians don't like to write a whole lot, so it's a nice little shortcut that you can use. Okay, so I've just scrolled down to question 3, and I apologize for the formatting errors. It's really bad now, I can see that. Number 3, we'll just persevere here because you've done it all correctly. You've used the formula for the squares of the sides for the area, keeping the same ratio. So 3 to 5 becomes, or sorry, 5 to 8 becomes 5 squared to 8 squared. And so you've got your ratio here. And again, I like that you've got the therefore statement. It just really makes it easy for people to find your answers, and you will definitely get higher marks on your tests when you're doing that. So good. I see question B here as well, and I know it's all piecemeal, but I can see that you did it right, and you ended up with the triangle, the area of the larger triangle is 100 centimeters squared, and so that one looks perfect to me. I have a feeling that by the time we get to 4 and 5, we're not going to be able to read this anymore. We'll give it our best shot and see what we can come up with. So the most important thing, I can see the numbers all over the place here, but and I think you solved that correctly, and that's great. The most important thing, though, that's missing for question 4 and question 5, and the reason why they're worth 5 marks each, is that when they describe the triangles to you in words, and they don't give you, the rest of it, they're also not telling you that you got similar triangles. They're giving you enough information for you to draw it and look at it and say, hey, those triangles are similar. And then they're expecting you to say, just like question 1, angle, like the right angles are equal. And then also for the one for the tower and the shadow, when we have a shadow, then what we get is the angle of the sun's rays acting on one triangle and making this angle, but then doing exactly the same thing because it's exactly the same time of day. Won't charge you extra for the diagrams there. And obviously the right angles are given as equal, because if something's standing up, then it has to be at 90 degrees to the ground or it would fall down. So we've got the 90-degree angles sort of given as equal, and then this angle of depression of the sun's rays equal in both cases. So we have angle-angle similarity. That's when you can use your fancy little triangle and say, therefore, and then you can make your ratios and talk about the ratio of the sides and solve for the missing side x. So also in question 5, even though they gave you the triangle, I would need for you to go back and say, you know, that they share that one angle down at the point where the two triangles, there's one triangle in front enclosed in the other. So they share this one, so it's a common angle. And then also each one has a 90-degree angle. So again, we have angle-angle similarity. Therefore, and then you can set up your statement with your ratio and solve for x. You've done the solving correctly. Unfortunately, you didn't include the proofs for the similarity, and that's part of the marks that are allowed there, because you can't start the ratios until you've proven that those triangles are similar. Your bonus question, however, looks good, and so I'll give you a couple of marks for that. And I will put your mark in the Dropbox and give you a link to this video so you can watch it through. And just email me if you have any questions.